What's up, y'all? It's BCA here, ready for war, not for play. First and foremost, I want you to click that subscribe button and notification bell, man, so you all can get this new content that's coming out about semen retention and discipline, y'all. So I want to get right into it, man. Y'all see the title already, man. We're getting right into it. I know y'all always want to talk about the truth with semen retention in women, okay? I see a lot of people talking about this topic. I know that a lot of people start this journey for that to happen, right? You start semen retention because you want to see the benefits of how your interactions are with women, or how women gain attraction to you and stuff like that, right? And I get that. I understand, especially if you like 17, 18, 19, early 20s, you're trying to do that to try to see if you can get a woman better than what you got, right? Like you probably attract 5 and 6s now, trying to see how you can attract 10s and 9s, right? I get you, but at the end of the day, semen retention is one of those practices that you use to better yourself, not to attract more women. So first, you need to really align your mindset when it comes to what semen retention really is about. So, but I'm gonna get into that in this video. So, like I said, the first thing I want to talk about, man, is female validation is not the goal for semen retention. That shouldn't be your goal for semen retention. And the reason why I put this in this video about why it doesn't matter, because you're doing this because you're really trying to exercise your discipline more than anything. When you're not doing that, it's different, but you have to make sure that you are focusing on what's important to you. And I believe to a lot of y'all, the importance is really your purpose and your discipline and getting to the best version of yourself. And the women part, as far as relationships, stuff like that, is really secondary unless you're already in a relationship doing semen retention. And it's different, right? Now, you have to make sure that you have a priority for your purpose to be on your grind, okay? So you be on your grind, everything else will fall into play. Now, the next thing is women feel your energy being different, okay? So when you're on your journey in semen retention, you're working on your purpose and stuff, some women are not going to really be attracted to you like that because they are attracted to what they do. Now, mind you, it's different type of women out here. It's women that, you know, smoke, drink, all this stuff. They fap and everything too and stuff, and they attach to people that are like that. Now, when you're not doing that, you're not going to attract that woman. Now, I know you all may be thinking, man, that girl was so cute or whatever it may be. Yeah, she may be an attractive woman and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that she's not doing those things, right? Just because she look a certain way. And I think that's one of the things or misconceptions that we normally have when it comes to women. We look at them and we think this picture that we see is this, you know, beautiful human being, but deep down they have a lot of issues too that they probably have not even addressed, unresolved traumas and stuff like that. So when you're doing semen retention, you're not going to see a lot of women really come like to you like that, because they can already sense that you a man that don't play. Like you on your grind and purpose and you serious. So they're not really going to like throw themselves at you, is what I'm saying, because you got like this energy field around you to where you're protecting your peace. So don't feel away when you're in a situation, you see a woman and you thinking about talking to her or something like that, and you feel like you want to say something but you don't. That's because you kind of already sense that something is kind of off with this girl. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but basically, well, I can't describe it. So let's say you're going to the coffee shop getting you some coffee, right? And you see this young woman that's beautiful, right? Now, you may want to get her number or something there, may want to talk to her, but something is like in you telling you like don't do it. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have confidence in talking to this lady. So that's the first thing I want to knock out. Especially if you over 30 days or 40 days semen retention, confidence isn't the issue at that point. That's literally you have a higher sense of discernment. Because back when you were fapping and stuff, you were still talking to women, most likely. You just wasn't as, you were confident too probably, but you probably wasn't as confident as you are now. But you probably would still talk to that woman either way. But it's the difference between your discernment being high, your confidence being high. When both of them high, you are very selective as to who you talk to at that point. So you need to understand that. So that's what's starting to happen on your semen retention journey, especially when you're getting over the 30-day mark. All right. So your retention, right, is helping you get into your masculine frame, man. You're in your masculine frame on semen retention, guys. Y'all need to understand that because you're doing something that all of these dudes are not doing, man. A lot of these dudes are not doing what you're doing. So you're in your masculine frame. You are living a life where you're not codependent on a woman, even for sex. Like you dependent on yourself, like to do your grind, be still work out, you're changing your body, you're changing your diet, you're focused on yourself. So you're not even in a feminized frame as a man. Like you're not even like thinking about man, I'm gonna go, try to go do this because hopefully I can smash whatever. Like you're not doing none of this stuff. So when you're changing your mindset from that and you're doing those things, your masculine frame is going to exude a lot of energy with it. And it's going to exude that, hey, this is where I'm at in my life. And if you can match where I'm at, great. If you can't, that's great too. Either way, I'm chilling. It's people that are in this semen retention world that can tell you, like, man, hey, I've had times where I was attracting a lot of women. I had times where I had high discernment. I had times where I had high confidence, and I still probably made mistakes of talking to the wrong woman, right? Like you're gonna have those type of issues when it comes to you on your journey because you're dating somebody or talking to somebody that's probably sleeping with somebody else. That's the part about it. That's the harsh truth. Like we on semen retention stuff. Now, depending if you're doing hard semen retention or soft semen retention is when you still are actually, having your activity, but you're just not releasing. If you're doing hard mode, you just going out and kicking it with these women and really just getting to know them and stuff. You're not even doing anything sexual. Like the most you may get is a kiss. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to understand that on this journey, you're going to be basically seen as a person you'll be seen probably as a beta and all this other stuff, but that's different because you're not being a beta and nothing like that. You just enjoying women's time, and however you do that, that's on you. Like if you go somewhere, y'all supposed to be and stuff like that. But that's another situation. We'll talk about that different. Let me get to the topic. I ain't trying to ramble too much, all right? So what you do is at that point, man, you basically just start to understand that's where you're at in life. Next thing, man, like I said, you're being very discerned with the women you talk to. You just don't talk to every single woman you see no more. You just don't. You'll see somebody that look cute or whatever, but you're not finna really shoot your shot because you're like, man, I don't think that's the one, or I don't think this wifey type, or I don't think whatever. That's just how you become, bro. You start to really stick to your principles on who you talk to. You stick to your list. Like, I'm not saying you got to cut down. Let me not get in too deep on it. But your list of things that you would prefer your women to have, you may not, you will stick to those things, those core principles, right? So that's what happens too when you get on this journey. You start being very, very strict on your list. All right. Now, right now, what you're doing is you're moving with focus. So when you move with focus, man, you start to limit your distractions in your life. You start to limit the things that you do because you understand that this journey, along with what you're doing, your purpose, everything you're doing, you understand that what you're doing in your life is going to help you become a better person later on. And also, it's going to make you, with you becoming the best version of yourself or pushing towards that daily, you're going to see daily changes with this. And you're going to be proud of yourself. So your confidence is going to be high. You're going to be on another level, man. So you're going to be happy about that. Okay? Now, what I can say is retention exposes women too. Okay? Now, I don't know if you all know yet. I know it's a lot of content creators that talk about semen retention in general. But I want y'all to know that when it comes to retention, there are women succubus out there. Okay? There are women that their goal is to have you release. That's what they want you to do. Right now, you're on your semen retention journey. It's like the Samson situation. You got all this life force in you, all this energy, all this direction. And when you have a woman that wants to sleep with you, she's going to try to make you release. That's her goal. that's what makes her understand that you are where you at. Like you released, right? Like if you are on a journey for real. Now, at that time, you have to understand and have to say up front that women have to respect your boundaries. Like if they dating you, you need something outside. Hey, I'm serious. I'm not trying to sleep with you or nothing like that. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just trying to enjoy your company. That's it. And let that be what it is. Now, at that point, she may look at you like he playing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, some dudes do that. They'll do their play where they say, I don't want to get none, but then they end up, you know, getting it right. But you're serious about it, and she gonna see that. So she gonna see you as a challenge, because she probably gonna wanna try to do something, because she probably been trying to get at you for a while, because you was the one that was saying that he won't do it. Okay, so listen to them when they say those things. When they do, listen to their actions, man. Don't listen to what they say. Look at their actions. That's what I say. Look at a woman's actions. Don't look at what she say, because you will see what she does and what she says are two different things. Now you need to pay attention to that. All right. So what happens is, man, you stop chasing too. You stop chasing women. You don't really chase as much. You really just be like, hey, I'm up. You know, I'm doing my job, whatever it may be, minding my business, rolling, doing what I gotta do. Now, when you're doing that, you understand at that point that, hey, what I'm doing is making me a better person. So I'm not really worried about chasing no women anymore. Like, I'm just focused on my grind and my dedication for doing what I gotta do. So that's what ends up happening, y'all. And then another one, man. Women to start acting weird when they can't really control you with sex. So like when you got a situation where you're dedicated to your journey and stuff like that, and then some women are going to be like, well, I don't know why he don't want to do it with me. Am I unattractive? You know, you'll start seeing the things they say about themselves because you don't want to sleep with them. Like you'll start hearing like, well, are you attracted to me? Are you not? Am I your type? You'll start hearing those type of things, man. And you know, that's like really seeking validation. They seeking validation from you as to what level of attraction you have and why you would sleep with them, because they do believe in their mind they should be rewarded with sleeping with you if you've been on a journey for a certain period of time. Like, you know, they don't know how long you've been on whatever journey unless you tell them. But if you don't say anything, especially if you don't say, you know, the thing about it is when you tell them, you don't have to talk about semen retention. You just say, hey, I'm being celibate, hey, I'm being abstinent. That's all you can say. You don't have to be that deep with it. But I'm just saying, when you do say those things, you stand on it, they start to feel a little bit of insecurity about this. So just be on the watch out for that, man. So what I want you really to the biggest thing I want you to understand from this video today is, man, your discipline will always reward you. Okay? Every single time. So your discipline earns your respect, but not the attention, right? So you gotta think about that. Like, women really do respect men that are on their grind, on their purpose, and doing what they gotta do, and they treat them as such. Women can sense all this stuff, man. I don't really know how to explain it to you all, but a woman can really sense all of these things. She can sense the guys that are fapping, the ones that not. She can sense the dudes that really about something, the ones that not. Now, mind you, a lot of women do have misjudgment now. I'm not going to act like every single woman really has great discernment. Not going to say that. But what I can say is, when it comes down to the basic, you know, fundamentals of discernment, they kind of are on a 60% clip on it. Like they may get it right half the time, or maybe 70, but they can sense when something is, you know, when a guy's a certain way. They just can sense it. That's why they sometimes they talk to every dude, sometimes they don't talk to every dude, depending on the woman. But you just need to know that, man. So now I want to talk about this too. When it comes to women and everything that's going on, is like your glow up is what's happening, man. You're becoming more. You're becoming more of the man that you weren't before. Like, you're becoming more of the man. You're becoming more of a man, right? And when you're not doing the things that most of these men do, you are seen different. Like, when I went to the gym today, man, I go to the gym all the time, right? This time I was at the gym, and one of the people that was in the class with me, she asked me my name for the first time. I never really talked to her or nothing like that, but she asked my name and stuff, and she actually chopped it up with me. It's like that. I maintain eye contact, all that type of stuff, right? And she invited me to do one of the classes or whatever. I said, cool, okay, I got you or whatever, and we was talking and stuff like that. I say that because, like, you have to not let things get to the point to where you're, like, you have to not let what you're doing interrupt, like, your finish line, right? And I think that sometimes in this journey, women can be the crux for some men, and you have to take a break, bro. You have to take a break. If you been dating for a certain period of time, or ain't been single, or have been dating, or if you haven't had a time of isolation to just give yourself self-love, bro, you gotta do it. That's what everybody, men and women watching this, you have to have a period of time where you have to give yourself love, your self-love. Like, you have to. That means working out, eating right, you know, all of these things, no fap, semen retention, you know, all of these things are going to help you become more of the person that you want to be. It's just hard to do it. Because at the end of the day, you still want companionship, still want to kick it with somebody and all this other stuff, which you still can do on this journey. Semen retention doesn't mean you need to be isolated. You just need to be able to navigate isolation and navigate your community too. Like, I still go hang out with my boys, stuff like that. Don't drink no alcohol, nothing like that though, but I still kick it with them like it's just another day. I have my principles that I'm doing, and they respect them. They don't be like, hey, bro, get you a drink. They don't do none of this stuff. We just be kicking and watching the game. So whatever that balance is, you find that balance. And the balance shouldn't be trying to figure out how to balance 18 women while semen retention. That's not the goal. That's not the goal. You're supposed to be moving with intention, man. Don't put the women on the pedestal, bro. Move with intention. Alright? You move with intention, you're good to go. Alright? So that's the truth about women and semen retention, man. I hope that helps you all understand really what this journey is about and what happens on this journey when it comes to women. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Like I said, I'm Mr. BCA. Didn't come here to play, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all next time, y'all. Peace out.